I'm running out of space on my phone. I need to clear up space. Look at this. The desert. It's so crazy. America is a beautiful place. Possibly the most beautiful place in the world. As far as land goes, we kind of have it all. America is really beautiful. I don't have much more to say. I'm just driving around. I'm not sure if you want to watch the scenery or not, but it's pretty amazing, and I feel like I just want to show it. Wild West. That person looks like they have a stage on top of their van. I wonder if that's what that is. Middle of nowhere. I don't have much to say. I can't really say I'm gonna make this very entertaining. It's like I guess I could just sit here. I probably should just say some stuff. Uh, I'm just kind of blown away. I mean, look around. What else is there to say? Looks like there's elk. I mean, this is just mind blowing. This big red rocks. Wow. Wild West. Caution. Are there aliens? Keep an eye out for aliens. Look at these mountains. I mean, there's snow over there. Modern day pioneering. Imagine, I just imagine having a wagon train, right? Like you have a horse and a carriage, and then you do this. That would be crazy. It's insane that they used to do that. Head out west with a covered wagon. I would do it. I would totally do it, even though it'd be scary as hell. Because all this stuff that makes this nice would not be a thing. You would be very much alone. And then if somebody sees you, you better hope they're nice to you, because that would be really scary. I mean, you could tell the sun at high noon. It's freezing cold here. Actually, it's 32 degrees, and it's actually freezing. But you can tell with the way the sun is that this is just would be beat down. I don't know if I'm gonna head back this way on my way back or not. If it's hot, it would be brutal. And that really sucks because I'm kind of hurrying through this area. Wow, that's like a poor. That looks crazy. That looks like this abandoned town. I wish I would have gotten a better freaking camera on that. That would be crazy to go over there. It looks so scary. Hills have eyes. Like probably people live there that aren't supposed to live there. This area is crazy. I feel like I could leave the stream on for like hours and it would never be boring visually. I mean, it takes a long time to cross a lot of land though. And I'm not sure I have anything to talk about. I mean, if I could read the chat and people would chat with me, then we might have something. That's why Facebook is more fun because it works better than this way. The way I'm doing it, at least, which is experimental, but it does seem to work. I mean, we're out in the desert streaming. That's pretty cool, right? Can't complain. AT&T does a pretty good job. Get your kicks on Route 66. I'm not see. I don't know if I'm even going to be on the news or not. I mean, I probably shouldn't even try to make the drive. It's pretty far. They didn't tell me if I'll be on the news tomorrow morning for music, for people that don't know. But if you're paying attention, then you should know. And if you're not paying attention, well, then it wouldn't matter anyways, would it? Time to crack another energy drink? Is this just what you do? This segment is brought to you by Monster. Ultra Feisty Mango. Ultra Feisty Mango. Which actually, this is very, like, colorful. This is totally New Mexico. With the color. And I bought this way before I got here. Like, in, like, Kansas or something. Should this be labeled, like, scenic visuals? And then a guy occasionally peeps up and, like, says some dumb stuff. Yeah, that's what's going on. I hope everybody's having a good day. You know what? If I'm going to say anything, people need to be positive. You know, I'm going to try to put, I think you got to put positivity out there. I've been talking to a lot of people that I think are not positive enough. I'm not saying I'm always positive, I'm kind of negative. But I think, like, I'm going to try to project more positivity in the world. I mean, I try to project positivity onto my social media stuff. But sometimes the people I'm around, I'm not always most positive. But you know what? You guys need to try to stay positive in a weird world full of weird wars and weird virus stuff and weird propaganda and government control. Whatever's going on in your world, whatever. Okay, well, that place is where it's at. Did you see that? That sign said it's where it's at. I wonder what that even means. What is it? What's there? And what's at? What's it at? I have no idea. It makes you want to go though, right? It's all clickbait. Look at that guy. There's some of these people are way ready to adventure, and this is one of the craziest adventuring areas in the world. I mean, if you want to climb mountains, if you're a mountain climber, if you're an adventure person, you come out here. People die all the time. You want to do something really scary? Just go walk out, go up one of those mountains. Like, go up the mountains out in the middle of nowhere. You will definitely be risking dying. That is a thing. And yeah, I'm live streaming right now. So there is some safety in the internet and phones. But guess what? You may not always have a phone, right? Especially if you're climbing a mountain. So have 5 phones and strap them all over your body. Just don't go climb mountains by yourself. Well, nah, you know what? Just do it responsibly. Tell people. I can't say don't do things by yourself because that's what I'm doing a lot of the time, depending on where I am. Wow, that rock formation is crazy. It's hard to know where to point this thing. I wish I had a better camera. I mean, I have a GoPro. I wish I had like a dash cam. People would actually watch. We need to get people to watch and subscribe and like, and then I'll go around. We'll get better equipment. I mean, that's pretty insane. So, stay positive, people. Maybe something good can happen. The world doesn't have to be dark. It doesn't have to be the end of the world, even when it feels like it. I mean, you just want to go up to one of these people's houses out in the middle of nowhere and just see what is really going on. This is so far out in the middle of freaking nothing that it's like I don't know what they're doing or if they're what are they doing out here, right? Is this all Napoleon? That's so funny. It's just Mad Max. A lot of this stuff I look at and you wonder what the signs of like drug trafficking and sex trafficking are in this area because it's so desolate and weird and it's obviously one of the major roads where that stuff happens because it's a major highway and it's kind of scary. I mean, you look at this stuff. Wow, that whole town. Did you see that abandoned town over there? I don't know if I can get it. Hills have eyes, right? But see, you see all these things and you wonder with like drug trafficking and sex trafficking and all this crazy stuff. What's really going on around here, right? And then there's aliens and Roswell, and it's all just scary and mysterious. Look at these mountains. I mean, isn't this like where they put nukes and where like really rich billionaire people have their like hideouts? I think that's what's going on. And I'm not really joking about that either. I mean, that's real. This is where the evil layers are, where like if you're like a big mad scientist guy, you hide out, or you're a billionaire and you want to hide from the end of the world, you build something underneath that mountain. The government totally does that. There's probably nukes stored under there. That wouldn't surprise me. That's what's going on. We are in Sky City. It's Fallout. New Vegas. Fallout 3. It's pretty much every Fallout game because it's all just desolate. RV parks. I would love to just stay at all of these and review them. Come back and just stay at all these sketchy places. And maybe I will. I'm in a hurry right now. But once I'm not in a hurry, I may come back and start doing this stuff because it's fun. Hopefully before it gets too hot. Because these things are weird. They're kind of sketchy, but like kind of amazing. Look at all, there's always tons of casinos everywhere. You know, they're catering to all these people driving by, going to Vegas and truckers and, I mean, old people. And there's like, a lot of them are owned by Native Americans, right? So, yeah, Sky City Casino Hotel. Oh, nice. So now what happens? See, I don't even know. I just wait to go over the hill and then see the next mountain ranges that I didn't get to see. And that's what we get. Just there's like a couple houses. You want to go over to that house, but it's like Texas Chainsaw Massacre stuff or Hills Have Eyes. You're just like you don't even know. So they got school over here. That's what schools look like over here. Is it a high school? That's so crazy. You just go. I mean, I know they have all that stuff. It just seems so mind blowing. It's like all a lot of nothing. Do like a 3 hour live stream, just live stream until I'm done. Nah, I can't do that because I have to get up. Beautiful drive. America is beautiful. We have our problems, but we have the best land. Everybody knows it. I mean, some of this is totally useless garbage, but man, it's beautiful. I mean, you kind of need nothingness to make things. It's useful. Driving forever, driving all the time, driving all day. I have a song called "Drive All Day," and then every time I'm driving all day, I think about it, and that was why it's a thing. It's like Desert Bus. There's this video game called Desert Bus that Penn and Teller, the magicians, made a video game called Desert Bus, and it's supposed to be the most boring game ever on purpose. It's supposed to be an accurate recreation of driving this drive that I'm doing right now, and so you can't just leave it on. You have to watch it really cool because this is awesome. And died from. You never know. Lots of people dying. Probably car accidents. Massive. USA RV park. See, I should stay there. But I can't. I would, though. And I would review it and I would tell you guys. And that's what it's about. You know, most of the episodes on here are about parks. But, you know, we're driving. And so those are as good as anything. I mean, this is as good as anything. Maybe. Thanks for visiting Sky City. It sounds like Fallout stuff. And it all looks like it. We'll see how many video games I can reference. But video game worlds are the most submersive. Look at this art. It's Native Americans. I don't know what it means. This is crazy. Imagine being a cowboy with a horse. That would be crazy. It's pretty amazing how well the internet works, though, right? I'm a modern day pioneer, but at the same time, I am modern day streaming. Look at all these little houses. These are the abandoned things I was talking about, like stuff like this. Wow, those are like pueblos. That's like an old house. Some of those look really, really old, like rocks. Yeah, there's a bunch of them over there. Wow, it's so sketchy. I mean, if everything didn't feel sketchy all the time, that would be so cool. Lots of abandoned buildings. This place, hills have eyes, right? Scary after dark. This whole place is like an abandoned mining town. Look at all those abandoned little old buildings made out of rock. Scary. It's like I've kind of realized I make all of these pop culture references, and if you don't know them, then I don't know. They probably sound like nonsense. $22 for full hookup RV park's pretty nice. That was pretty good stuff. That's a good deal. Anyways, yeah, pop culture stuff. Look, another little like Pueblo house thing. I feel like these people just get lost in time. You could just set up a house out in the middle of nowhere and never care about anything. I mean, I could see it like you just get married and don't you just drop off the face of the earth and never see anyone ever again. Just have food delivered to your door. In the modern world, you don't need people. Whoa, there's like a oh, I can't even show that. It's like I wonder how much of this is mines. How much of these things have mines, like coal mines and gold mines? Because these rock formations are crazy. There's a train over there. Wild West, America. There goes the train. There's water. That's why everything's here because there's water. A little bit, right? Enough water to be elk. 7 miles. Is this Joe Rogan? Joe Rogan hunts elk all the time? treacherous stuff. Pretty brutal. America is brutal. Lots of crosses. Like lots of people have died out here. Probably all car accidents, or motorcycle accidents. Whoa. These little abandoned like mining towns are freaking crazy. It's the scariest thing ever. Like you could go out there and explore something that maybe has not been explored in a long time or is explored all the time, but it certainly looks sketchy and it wouldn't matter. It would be scary either way. I think like having your stuff in these areas would be the scariest thing because who knows what the locals are like or whatever. I'm sure everybody, most people are nice, I'm sure, but you don't know. I've seen some pretty weird people. I got approached by this weird homeless guy. I went off. I just went off the road for 5 seconds over to a Target store, and I'm sitting there looking at my phone doing some email stuff, and then this totally crackhead like homeless guy comes up that has no front teeth, and he's like, "Hey, can I ask you something?" And I'm like, just like, no. And he's he's like, "Can I ask you about the rack on the back?" He's asking me about my moped and stuff. It's like weird, and I just am like, dude, he wants to know where I bought it. Well, I got two different things, and then he walked away. And it's like, I don't know, he's just trying to hit me up for stuff. Weird play. There was way too. I saw this guy standing in the sun's listening to that. That's on the side of the road. It's like how much guitar? I was like, that's. I was like, because they keep saying drunk driving and like in trouble or get hurt on a road like this. On the back of that, that's messed up. I haven't know. Well, I've been driving all day. Yeah, I think I've been to that. That's totally the one I've been to. I've That's like, there's not that many Walmarts around here. Most likely, I do not know what I'm talking about because I don't know this area at all. Yeah, but it's pretty hardcore out here. Middle nowhere, can't stream for TV. Maybe long stream. These weird places. I mean, look at all this stuff. You're from America or you're not. Just come to America and go do this. And if you're in America, I mean, you have no excuse. You need to see the whole place, right? That's what I've been doing. You got to see it all. It's all possible. Everybody that lives here should be able to see everything all the time. There's a bunch of cops waiting around. That freaks me out because I have my live dash cam. Who knows what the rules are on this? I don't. Do you? As long as the phone's not in my hand, I guess. Right? And it's not. All right, guys. Well, New Mexico. There's a lot of. Look at that. Another guy from Iowa. I keep seeing people from Iowa. I think that truck is following me. I mean, we're all going to the same place. Everybody's headed to the southwest. I know a lot of people headed this way. It's pretty weird. No joke. Do you know somebody headed this way? If you're from America, let me know because I feel like a lot of people keep going in this way. Is there something? There's some energy down here. People are headed here. Look at that town. I mean, it's kind of shocking to see cops because I haven't seen them in a long time, you know? Travel center. I gotta eat something soon, but I'm going to keep going. I love the view. I mean, I would hang out here for a really long time. Maybe I'll come back. So stay tuned. Keep watching. Tell people. Tell more people to watch. I only want to do like an hour. Nobody wants to watch too long of live streams, right? So it's been fun, guys. Look at that RV park out in the middle of nowhere. There you go, Blue Water Outpost. Everything's telling me to eat, and I just said I wanted to. Man, this guy's going really, really slow. I love it. It's so funny. Tourist traps are so funny. I love it. I think it's so dumb. Like they have the dumbest things, like the world's largest pistachio, like that sign, those signs I was pointing out in the other live stream. That's so ridiculous and funny and dumb. It's such a dumb thing to have like advertised. I love it. All this stuff. You see this? They're gonna advertise all these things. I've already seen a place that's doing this. It was called Flying Seas, and now Blue Water Outpost is the same thing. It's probably owned by the same people, same ads. It's really funny. Same everything, in every way, same ads and stuff. It's just a tourist trap chain. It's really funny. I got some videos from inside of it. I went into that other one and just filmed it because I think these places are they're fascinating. They are just completely manufactured Americana, just garbage. But it's kind of what America's all about. Is just these like they're selling this. They just invent something like the world's largest yarn ball, or like a lot of the times they're not even real. Like it's like world's largest peach, but it's like fake peach. That's usually what it is. It's crazy. All right, guys, this is the desert. Have a good one. This is the RV Pirate. Are we there yet? I still have like 10 hours of driving, unfortunately, to get to San Diego. So probably not going to be able to do that. Who knows? Very far. Go on an adventure. Get an RV. I'm the RV Pirate. And this has been the desert. Another desert episode. Are these episodes? I don't know. Are they just random crap? Maybe. Do I really know what I'm doing? I don't really know. Is there any point to any of this? Probably not. Is there any point to any of our lives? I don't know. We didn't solve any of these problems. But I can tell you that if you just go do crazy stuff like this, it's all pretty awesome. Go see the. Oh, I gotta go around him. Everyone's passing, and I want to pass too, but I can't get around all the semis that are passing me. Slow Rogan over here. There's also killer bees in this area. That's another thing. Another like scary thing. It's always interesting to look up what's dangerous in the areas that you go to because then you're aware of it. Because I realized that when I went to Florida, like there aren't that many dangerous things in America, but you need to know what's in your area. And definitely Southern California is as dangerous as it gets. You got everything that's dangerous is there. Black bears, sharks, scorpions, killer bees, rattlesnakes, wolves. I don't know about wolves. Coyotes. They're made. There used to be wolves. Cops. That's one of the things you got. We got cops. Snow in the mountains over here, and then just death, nothing over here. All right, guys. That was it. The RV Pirate. Subscribe, like, tell other people. Get people to watch. We're trying to travel the world doing this. I like to do this stuff. I like showing people stuff. We'll go to some RV parks. I'll get to an RV park and I'll show you around. That's one of my favorite things. Is like, you know, checking out new RV parks. And we will do that. And we'll go on exploring adventures and all sorts of good stuff. Look at this, like solar panel farm and a bunch of abandoned stuff. Oh man, that's a motel. It's so sketchy. It's like Bates Motel. Wow, that's like an old abandoned hotel. Motel. That is the most fascinating stuff. Because look at how brutal that is. Like that's like sort of a thing still. Or is it? You don't know. It kind of looks like it's occupied, but like you feel like you could go over there and look at it. Zero visibility possible. What does that mean? Does that mean in the darkness, in a dust storm, in rain, in fog, in mountains, or what does it mean? Zero visibility is possible. I mean, anything's possible. Zero visibility. Is that dust storms? You think? I feel like I got all I can do is speculate. Same exact signs from earlier. You just turn right there, and then it's just that little. It's not like I can't believe they could pay for all these signs with just that one gas station. But you know, Dairy Queen alone probably makes so much money in this spot because we're just in the desert, and you want dessert in the desert, right? You want dessert in the desert. Man, how many times can I end a live stream and not actually end it? A million. That's what I'm doing. I think that's a baseball field over there. It's freaking, look at that building. Man, the abandoned stuff is scary. And then there's all these scary signs that are like, watch out for sex trafficking and drugs. And you're like, yeah, man. And I don't know the signs, but it's scary because these are the areas this stuff happens in. You look at all these abandoned buildings that are covered with spray paint. You go, are those like Mexican drug cartel buildings, or what is going on there? You know, like some of these things, make me totally scared. Like this stuff that you just swallow, thinking like, what is that? All of this, what's happening over there? And then there's all these warning signs that everywhere, these giant billboards that say like, watch out for people being murdered and trafficked. Look at that mine. See, there's like mines and stuff. Wow, that is so abandoned. Whoa. See what I'm saying? What is that? That is so. You break down in the middle of nowhere in these places, and this is what you're dealing with. There's a lot of billboards and stuff that look like life, but man, wow, these buildings, this is what I'm saying. Look at that. Wow, there's a freaking tour bus in that. Wow, all of this. Look at that. It's like a shanty town. Wow, how crazy. That is scary. And maybe they're nice and maybe everything's happy. I don't know. But gives me a pit in my stomach seeing this stuff. Some of these are nice, but then the ones that aren't nice look like Resident Evil or a horror movie because they're abandoned. They're just destroyed. And if they're not abandoned, that's extra messed up. Because then there's just people in there being weird. How many of these people are just like on drugs? They probably work for the drug cartel. All of it's a cover up. Look at that. There's gonna be a bunch of Spanish spray painting all over that stuff. Wow. What do you think it is? It gives me the heebie-jeebies because bad stuff's happened. I don't care what's going on. That is all bad. Like some of that we were looking at is bad, and you don't know why or what it is, but it makes me kind of sick. But it also looks like fun because it scares me, and I love scary stuff. I mean, I'm doing this. This is pretty scary. I mean, at least it's not hot. I'm not gonna sweat. I'm not gonna die of heat out here right now. I mean, it's actually freezing cold. You could still die just from being cold. Nothingness. Well, it's been about an hour. That's probably too long. Most people won't watch more than a half hour if you give them some content. So an hour is probably as long as you'll get. Look at how this is crazy. You got to see the stuff I tried to talk about earlier in the last live stream, where these scary abandoned buildings, where you know you could go explore it and it would be so scary. Resident Evil 7. You ever Resident Evil 7? You know Resident Evil 7, you would know what I'm talking about. It's a video game, and it's got a bunch of abandoned stuff like this. Like puts out here. Look at these red. Everything's red. It's just treacherous. All right, guys. Well, this one's actually the ending. We'll get over the top of this hill. Like I said, I keep ending it, and then I find cool stuff. So maybe I shouldn't even try. Just stream for like 3 hours. That's what other people do. All right, here's the top of the hill. Let's see what we got. Because every time you go over another mountain range, you see a new one, and then everything gets crazy. Whoa, look at that thing. The rodeo out in the middle of the most rodeo looking place ever. Wow, so cool. What's the safety corridor? Is that to escape from something? Lights on for safety. No visibility possible. They did say that somewhere. What does it mean? Look at this stuff. Desolation. Safety corridor. Speeding fines doubled. Why is it a safety corridor and you go 75? 75 into safety corridor. That's really slow. If you're speeding fines will double if you can't go 75 miles an hour. I don't even do that ever. I'm so slow. But I'm in my RV, so I don't try. I don't want to go fast. Not in my RV, at least. No point. I don't want to get pulled over. What's going on over there? You think it's drugs? You think it's just sketchy? Look at this spray paint. I feel like it's like a bunch of signs to the drug cartel. And if you knew what it meant, it would mean something and you could follow it. Because those look similar. And it probably is, and nobody messes with them because they run everything down here. You get, oh man, look at how red this is. I need more people telling me where to go and what to see. I feel like I gotta go live on Facebook to really get people to follow me because Facebook, I get all these people following me, but it's hard to get people to go to YouTube. They don't really want to support. Flagstaff is 228 miles. Arizona. This pretty much looks like Arizona. We're getting there, right? That red, everything. All right. Maybe this will be the end. Or should I just keep saying it's going to be the end? Does it keep people hanging on until they watch the replay and then they know it's not the end because they can see the timer? Man, these things are sketchy. There's so many weird trailer towns out here. Okay. Well, hopefully I make it. Go on an adventure, have fun, stay positive, people. I'm out in the desert on my way to San Diego. This is America. And as America as it gets. Nowhere. Conquering America in my RV. Tell people to watch. Tell people to tell me what to do. This was a pretty crazy episode. Is this an episode? Again, we could debate. What is an episode? Is it just me going live? Is there an episode? Is it even something that's even considered an episode? Or is it just me aimlessly doing things like I do all the time? All the time. See, we got another hill. And it's like when we go over the hill, we're going to see a whole other thing. And then it's like I don't want to stop filming because everything is crazy. Probably have to get gas at the next stop. See that little thing going down the train tracks. I want to do that. That looks like fun. America. All right. Lots of crazy stuff. Have a good one, guys. Driving forever. Driving all day. Oh, nice. The desert in America. Go on an adventure. Live your damn lives. Go watch the rest of my videos if you can't go on an adventure. Go watch all my videos. Watch them all. That's what you got to do. Don't even go on an adventure. Just go on a fake adventure with me. Look, there's a bunch of those little things. Remember when I was like, I want to ride one of those? There's a ton of them. I'm glad I didn't stop. See, there's always a reason. Look at those little things riding the rails. That looks like a good time, huh? Just one at a time. Lots of weird things. They're fixing the rails. There's tons of them. Now, if they could turn that into a bullet train, that'd be great. And then I wouldn't have to do this, and I could get there really fast. America needs a bullet train end to end really bad. Or a couple of. Wow, go rock climb that. Crazy. Like, if you were up close to that, it's so far away. It's so huge. You know? Just like cowboy movies and Wild West shows. I mean, that's what it is. Monitoring. Okay. That's the end. Have a good one. Love you, people. Tell your friends. Like, subscribe. RV Pirate. Go on an adventure like these people are, like I am. Go out in the middle of nowhere. Go to the end of your country and go to the end of the earth. Go all around and go to different planets. Go to Mars. This place looks like Mars, right? We'll go to the furthest place away from you that you could imagine, and then take pictures of it like everybody else. Have fun.